I'm Rachel.
And I'm Romel.
Welcome to the first Pep Talk Election Watch Edition. For the very first time, makakasama natin ang isang esteemed actor, TV host, and Senatorial aspirant, Edu Manzano!
Hi, Pepsters! At happy to be here. Salamat sa invitasyon.
Sir, umpisa na natin yung tanong. Kasi nung dati, sa isang interview nyo, sinabi nyo na hindi na kayo papasok ulit sa politika. Pero what made you decide to run again?
No, ang sinabi ko noon was, ayoko na talaga ng politika. Nagkaroon ng masamang connotation kasi kapag sinasabi mong politika. Gusto ko sanang talagang gamitin yung salitang public service. But sa case ko ngayon, like, naghahanap ako ng sign nung last year pa kung anong gagawin ko after pag naging senior citizen na ako eh. So, nung September, I turned 60 and I took it as a sign na maybe ito na yung aking huling hirit siguro. Gusto ko sanang makapag-iwan ng isang magandang mensahe, isang magandang legacy, hindi lang para sa sarili ko, kundi para sa mga anak ko din at sa mga generations of Filipinos to come.
Why senator po?
Gusto ko kasi talaga yung legislation eh. Kahit noon eh, yung aking unang sabak sa public service was naging vice-alcalde ako ng Makati. So, I was also the presiding officer ng council. So, at that time, legislation na kaagad ang naging aking unang orientation.
So, nagkaroon na po kayo ng, ano po yung mga insights nyo from there na pakiramdam nyo po madadala nyo po dito as a senator?
Well, gusto ko sana magkaroon ng yung a new politic. You know, nakita ko din yung mga sinasabing mga ills of the old ways. Maganda sana yung magkaroon ng mga new ideas kung saan you also take into consideration yung talagang nararamdaman at iniisip din ng publiko. More of yung consensus building eh. Yun ang pinaka-importante. So, I feel that hindi lang kasi yung aking past in public service, kundi na rin yung aking naging karanasan sa pribadong sektor and also in the military. So, I feel medyo puno na yung plato ko eh. Pwede ko siguro i-share sa ibang tao.
Yeah, you joined the military, the US Air Force at 17 years old po?
Oo. That time, para sa math ninyo, kasulukuyang nagaganap yung Vietnam War. So, kung hindi lang nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa polisiya ng Estados Unidos, ginawa nila yung eventual complete withdrawal from Vietnam. Katulad ng ginagawa sa Afghanistan at katulad ng ginawa sa Pakistan.
Pero aside from being a former Vice Mayor of Makati, naging President din po kayo ng KAPP, OMB Chairman, very first OMB Chairman.
Very first. Maging kwan pa ako. Also, Vice President of Vice Mayors League of the Philippines. So, nakaikot din ako ng bansa doon. So, if I may, excuse me, makikita mo talaga yung mga kakaibang mga problemang hinaharap ng mga Pilipino. Kasi, halimbawa, yung problema ng Davao, hindi problema ng Metro Manila. May mga, masasabing mong, mga idiosyncrasies ang bawat mga rehiyon.
Ano po yung mga, so hindi na po kayo iba sa public service, ano po yung mga advocacies na very passionate kayo?
Ako, actually, is education, jobs, and opportunities. Mapapansin niyo po sa anak kong si Luis, hindi ko siya pinayagan lumabas sa telebisyon o sa pelikula hanggat hindi nakapag-graduate sa kolehiyo. He graduated from the College of St. Benilde. And then my daughter, last December, graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University. And look to the sky talaga, no? Yeah. No, and my other son, si Lorenzo, will be graduating next year from De La Salle University. I put a premium talaga on education. You know, I am very, very grateful to my parents for having demanded that all of us get a good education. So kahit saan mo kami isabak o itapon, tatayo kami.
Ano po siguro sa education system yung gusto nyong i-reforma or mas lalong i-improve po?
Dahil nga sa abject poverty dito sa ating bansa and the inability to access, sabihin ho natin na free education nationwide, marami kasing nagiging skills and competencies ang ating mga kapwa Pilipino. So, I feel that hindi lahat ng tao kasi bookworms o talagang mahilig magbasa, mahilig pumasok sa classroom at makinig sa teacher. Yung iba may kakaibang mga skills. And I would like us to put more of a premium in developing these skills, especially now that unti-unti, nandiyan na yung ASEAN 2020, where we can concentrate on our core gifts, which is mga goods and services, IT, accountancy. So eventually, gusto kong makakita ng Pilipino na nag-iibang bansa, hindi dahil gutom, kundi dahil may opportunity na nag-aantay sa kanila.
Why did you run as independent?
When I was in negotiations, maybe that's the wrong word, in talks, with the different parties, kasi nakausap ko rin yung ibang mga partido until it came down to the party of Grace po. Nakita ko naman sa kanyang plataforma, nakita ko yung kanyang mga core values, plus yung kanyang competency. I believe she's a very, very intelligent woman who's prepared to do the job. Lahat ng sumali o napasama sa kanyang slate are all independents. So that way, hindi rin siya siguro matatali sa ibang partido kung sakaling kukuha siya ng isa na sasama sa kanyang slate. It also gives a chance to form different coalitions and alliances in the future.
Nabanggit niyo po na dahil nabanggit na rin po si Senator Grace, no? Isa po sa mga mainit na pinag-uusapan ngayon ay yung kanyang citizenship status and all.
Really? Talaga?
Yes, sir. Grabe.
Kailan pa yan?
Ngayon ko lang po nabalita.
Nabulong lang din sa
Nabulong din.
Nabalitaan din
Okay,
natin, naibanggit ni Senator. Ayun po. Kasi po kayo din po, no, na meron po ba kayong fear or anything na baka maging ma-issue rin sa inyo yung
you're being
American citizenship po ninyo?
Nung ako ay nanalo sa Makati ay 1998, ang naging kalabang ko for the post is Ernesto Mercado, yung whistleblower dun sa Senado.
yun yung ginawa niyang issue, sir.
Yes, talagang umabot all the way to the Supreme Court. Pero eventually, the Supreme Court decided in my favor in a decision which was penned by Supreme Court Justice Vicente Mendoza. Magkaiba would you like me to explain para?
Of course.
Okay. Noon kasi, hindi mahirap pumunta sa Amerika. Hindi katulad ngayon yung visa, yung mga requirements. So, yung parents ko, naghanap din ng opportunities and also to advance yung kanilang studies. So, nung nagpunta sa Amerika ang mami at daddy ko, nagkataon na tumagal dahil nakapagtrabaho sila dyan, lahat kami, magkakapatid, doon kami ipinanganak sa Amerika.
Therefore making you
An American citizen. Kasi dalawang batas po yun Magkaiba ang batas ng Pilipinas at ang US. Sa Amerika, kahit anong citizen ka, ang mga magulang mo, basta doon kayo pinanganak, automatic American citizen ka. It's called jus soli. Pero ang sinusunod na batas dito sa Pilipinas is, ang citizenship mo is determined by blood. So, jus sanguine. This case, parehong natural born ang parents ko. So, that way, yun ang naging basis at desisyon ng Korte Suprema na dito sa Pilipinas, sinusunod po ang ating konstitusyon.
In the same way po na kine-question yung pagiging sense of being a Filipino ni Senator Grace, kayo po ba nagkaroon kayo ng, may plano po ba kayo na i-renounce yung US citizenship ninyo?
There's nothing to renounce kasi because never ako sumumpa. It was just bestowed upon me by virtue of birth. Pero kapag pumirma ka na ng iyong certificate of candidacy, pag naman nang ni-renounce ang iyong citizenship of any other country for that matter.
Ayan, so Pepsters, malinaw ang citizenship ni Sir Edu.
Sir, yung isa sa mga naging advocacy mo nung pinakilala na yung senatorial slate ni Senator Grace po, yung family first na na advocacy mo. Pero nung binanggit mo yun, nagkaroon naman ng mga nang i-criticize na paano mo raw ipupush yung ganong klaseng advocacy when your family is not, hindi naman nga buo. Yun yung sinasabi nila.
Ha?
I mean,
Bakit?
you have a son with Batangas Governor Vilma Santos. You have children with. Hindi, yun
Yung
lang
setup mo.
Yung setup pala.
Yung setup ng family.
Ang gusto kong talungin ngayon, ano mangyayari ngayon sa mga single moms? Wala silang pamilya? Anong mangyayari dun sa mga bata na iniwan sa lola dahil nagtatrabaho yung nanay sa abroad? Wala rin silang pamilya? Naging maganda ng aking relasyon sa yung aking mga past partners. At laging nagiging in the forefront is lagi yung our concern for the welfare of the child. Yun ang isa sa mga sinasabi ko kasi, that we shouldn't be criticizing for the sake of criticizing. You have to look at the big picture Ang nangyayari kasi sa amin before was, nung ako kasi, let's say, nung ako naging Vice Mayor of Makati, ang 7 a.m. na populasyon ng Makati is 600,000. Pagdating ng 11 a.m., nagiging 1.2 million. Noon yon, mas matindi pa ngayon. But because of yung decongestion, ang mga pumapasok sa mga call centers, BPOs, hindi nanggagaling ng Makati yun kasi masyadong mahal tumira sa Makati. So magagaling ng Cavite yan, magagaling ng Muntinlupa, magagaling ng Laguna. Magamat may kakapagtrabaho sila, paano yung social costs? 2 hours papasok sa trabaho, 2 hours pa uwi. Ang tagal mong nawawala sa pamilya mo, sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Pagdating ng partner, pauwi, pagdating sa bahay, hindi niya kayang tulungan yung asawa niya. Kasi pagod na So, matindi yung nagiging social costs. Ang OFWs, bagamat nakakauwi sila ng pera, paano nga yung mga pamilya nila? Again, it leads to drug addiction, leads to breakup of families. So, we should be able to find ways na panatiling matibay pa rin yung pundasyon ng bawat pamilya. So, yun ang sagot ko doon sa mga nagsasabi na, kung ikaw nga, watak-watak yung pamilya mo. Actually, I'm very, very happy. And so are my children. At nagawan ko ng paraan para bigyan sila ng magandang buhay.
Sana nakikita naman po natin sa mga post ni Luis how close Luis and Addie and Enzo are.
Yeah. Okay lang ba si Addie at Enzo?
Base po sa mga picture.
Picture lang.
Sa picture lang.
Si Luis, okay lang po.
No, kasi yung pag-delivery mo, parang natural Parang,
Close. Ayun po sir, nabanggit niyo na syempre si Luis po, dahil madalas din naman po namin na-i-interview and nakakasama. Talagang makikita natin na lumaki talaga siya na very responsible, may business and all. Pero at one point in his life, nabanggit ni Gov recently sa isang panayam ng PEP na dumaan din sa troubled year si Luis because of your separation in the past. Paano niyo po yun hinandle? Na makorek?
Actually, it's sad when parents separate because children will always be the victim. While some couples may find it as a release or heaven sent, yung bata na walang kaalam-alam is always the victim. You have to compensate. You have to be very, very open. You have to explain. You have to make him see na it's heartfelt. Na bagamat maaring nagkahiwalay sila o mga magulang, pero hindi nabawasan yung pagmamahal sa kanya. So, at the end of the day, you realize that, yung konting dagdag ng himas, konting dagdag ng I love yous, it helps. That's why, I hope you don't mind, hindi drama yun, pero kahit sa telebisyon, kahit in public, hindi ako nahihiyang magsabing I love you to my children. And we do it all the time.
pinost pa ni Luis, I remember, yung isa sa mga, yung parang message niya sa kanya when he joined you during the your announcement sa Senatorial slate po
Kung ano
yan.
pa pinupost ng bakit.
Yung message niyo po na parang I'm super na-touch daw kasi din siya na for the first time nagkaroon siya ng chance na makasama din yung iba niyang kapatid like sila Addie and Enzo because
In one car. Kasi lahat, may kotse na lahat, di ba? So, saan tayo, kakain tayo ngayon? Dad, sige, magkita tayo sa ano. So, hindi nagkasama-sama. I actually felt different sa kotse. Nung andun lahat, parang, wow! You know what I've been missing so much my whole life. Na first time actually, na nakasama ko sila at lahat sila. You know, we were interacting with each other. Beautiful feeling.
yung iba pong mga traditional natin, sir, na mga Pinoy, parang naghahanap pa rin sila ng mga kandidato na yung parang yung may pamilya, may asawa, ganyan. Kayo, sir, po ba, may balak po ba kayo na humabol, na magpakasal bago mag-2016 election? Sama kayo.
Kasi sir, si Vic Soto nga, kakakasal lang eh. Hindi niyo pwedeng katuwiran na.
Oo nga eh.
Oo nga eh. Inabliga.
Yeah, parang, salamat.
May ilang buwan pa po. May ilang buwan pa po.
May hugot. You know, Vic Soto is lucky that he found someone that he can share his life with, no? Actually, ako kasi, I'm happy kung nasan ako ngayon. You know, noon kasi iniisip ko yung nakakaedad na yung pamilya ko. Unti-unti nawawala na. Pero I don't know. Mahal siguro ako ng Diyos dahil nagkaroon ako ng bagong pagkakataon to spend time with them.
This is very close to your other children. Saka very protective siya. At
Yeah.
pag magkakasama kayo, parang
Kuya niya.
napaka-treasured niya talaga yung moment na yun, lagi niyang inaano. So, he got that from you, no? Yung ganong klaseng ng yung sa pamilya.
I would like to think so. Yun ang isang mga bagay na I would like to share with all the other parents there that, a moment lost can never be reclaimed again. So every chance you have, even on the phone, even via text, or personal na pagkikita, it should be treasured.
Kasi ako nasabi to kasi every time na mag-a-appear kayo sa TV with him, parang talagang napaka-emotional niya eh. Niya eh.
Yeah.
Parang ayaw bumitaw sa'yo eh. Parang ganun eh.
Siguro dapat ko sigurong tigilan yung pag-uutang sa kanya eh.
Okay. Yung pala yun.
Kaya kasi every time nakikita kami, akala niya siguro uutangan ko na naman siya. So, syempre, kaya nagiging emotional, Ruel.
Yung pala yun. Buti nalinaw. Yun lang ang biro. Syempre.
Pasok yun yung next question ko, sir. Kasi si Luis, nakita natin na aside from hosting, meron din siyang mga sarili niyang negosyo. And we heard na parang feeling namin, nagmana po ata sa inyo dahil kayo din po very active in terms of business.
Oo. Actually, marami akong naging negosyo and up to now, I still have mga businesses. Kaya natigil ako ng pelikula or voluntarily in 2004. Hindi na ako gumawa ng pelikula. So, mag 12 years. And then sa teleserye, I stopped in 2006 nung naging chairman ako ng Optical Media Board. Yung mga game ka na ba was after office hours yun. I felt na kapag ikaw nabigyan ng pagkakataon na makapagsilbi sa bayan, you cannot please two masters eh. So, ang nangyari, yung game ka na ba ko was taped. Sa isang araw, 3 episode, 2 days lang sa isang linggo, and after office hours. So, wala akong, I was not denying anything or taking anything away from my job. I own restaurants. Lucky Rainbow, Pasong Tamo. Black Sheep, Pasong Tamo. Tunnel, and also Irwin's Gastro Bar, City of Dreams. Okay, you were saying.
Galing.
Talagang restaurant business ang po ninyo?
Oo, may mga cigar bar tayo, single malt bars, may disco ako dati, Quezon Avenue, yung Jalu. Oh, ang dami ko racket talaga. Oh.
Ayun, dun pala namanan ni Luis yun.
Oo, yung
sir.
ganong klaseng
Pagiging business savvy. Okay, sir.
No, well, yun isa yun na lagi kong sinasabi sa mga ibang mga nagbabalak pumasok sa industriya, hindi panghabang buhay yan. Madaling pumasok, ang hirap manatili. Sikat ka today, maaring magandang kinikita mo, pero bukas is a different story.
Kailangan lagi may fallback.
Ipon, at kailangan matuto ka ng financial security.
Para sa next part po ng ating Pep Talk Election Watch Edition, gusto din po namin hingan kayo ng position ninyo regarding certain issues na nangyayari
mainit
ngayon. Current
ngayon dito sa
events.
Pilipinas.
Correct. Sige.
Why?
Ano pong first na feeling po namin magiging best resource person kayo dahil bukod sa tumatakbo kayo, talagang ito po ang sasabakin natin na trabaho sa
So, simulan mo na, sir.
sa election.
Yung position niyo po sa RH bill, sana wag-pills, ha? Hindi, yun lang ako na.
Alam ko na. Pwede kong dugtungan yun, pero wag na lang. Wag na lang.
Mamaya na lang daw po.
Sige po, sige.
Yung posisyon ko, Romel, is if you can't feed, don't breed. Try to simplify. Ang dami kasi mga sasabihin yung ibang tao dyan. But simple. Kung hindi mo kayang pakainin, paaralin, at alagaan, hindi ka dapat mabuntis. Ako kasi, when it comes to like say the RH bill, which I take very seriously, kailangan mong i-empower ang babae to make a judicious choice. Education importante Kailangan a woman who is educated and empowered will be in a best position to determine how many children she will have and if she can afford to take care of them from a medical perspective at kung kaya ang paaralin para balang araw magiging productive contributor to society at hindi pagpabigat sa lipunan. So for me, it's always been about educating and empowering.
Correct. How about sa issue naman po ng divorce? Do you think applicable po yun na i-apply yun dito sa Pilipinas?
Magagalit sa akin yung simbahan, but yes. Not because I'm talking from a personal point of view, pero how many families do you see these days who are nakukunwari lang? May pangalawa, pangatlong pamilya pa nga yung iba pero para sa politika, para sa picture taking, kinakasama yung kanyang first wife or first husband for that matter. But they have other lives. At I don't think in this day and age, being the 21st century, it won't have the same impact on the kids katulad noon. Because children now are more understanding. I mean, we've become, basically because of technology, we've become open to more ideas. So, I would say if after, bago mag-criticize yung iba, hindi yung basta-basta bibigyan mo ng divorce. Kailangan patunayan talaga na they're not living together, they have irreconcilable differences,
They're not happy talaga.
or they're not really happy, and it's only making things worse for the family.
Sir, ito yung pinakamainit talaga, yung transportation problem natin. Yung sobrang traffic.
Huh?
Your take nyo po. Wow.
Sa EDSA, airport congestion, and MRT.
MRT.
Yeah. No, actually, the only way to go is a mass transport system. Ang problema dyan, first of all, yung sinasabing master planning, hindi na pwedeng laparan ng EDSA, hindi na pwedeng habaan pa, kasi sagad-sagad na So you really need a mass transport system. Nakakalungkot kung tayo ay nakakaroon ng pagkakataong bumiyahe sa ibang bansa. Like, mas marami pa ang populasyon natin sa Taiwan. Pero sa Taiwan, ang ganda ng kanilang mass transport system. Malamig, malinis, always on time. Considering ilan lang ang populasyon ng Taiwan. Japan, Hong Kong. Actually, pag bumabiyahe kami kasama yung mga bata, it's may mga anak ko nagtuturo sa akin Like Addie, ang hilig-hilig niya sa Dad, dito tayo sasakay, dito tayo bababa. So, we had a plan pa in 2010 that gusto sana namin kung titignan, there's a lot of mga BPO centers or call centers, centered in Makati, and also right now in Bonifacio Global City. But then again, all of these people are coming in, mga tao mula sa periphery ng Metro Manila. So sinasabi nga namin noon, nagko-contribute lang yan sa congestion. Kasi wala silang opportunities doon na malapit sa kanilang mga tinitirhan. So bakit hindi ho natin i-empower din yung local government units na doon magtayo ng mga infrastructure? Ang hinahanap naman ng negosyante kasi is, number one is connectivity. They're looking for broadband technology. And they'll be more than happy to put up the physical structure. So people don't have to come into Metro Manila anymore. And maraming added advantages. Kasi if you end up putting businesses around, you ease the congestion. At the same time, hindi na sila gagastos ng malaki. Mas maraming money in pocket. So, and then, if they have more money in pocket, they get to more purchasing power. More purchasing power leads to more production. More production leads to more jobs. So, it's a cycle. So at the end of the day, it's either mag-above ground tayo o mag-below. Kaya, sorry, dagdag. Kaya sayang yung 6 years from 2010. Sana nasimulan na yun
Bakit po hindi nasimulan? Hindi po sinusuportahan?
You know, yung bureaucratic red tape talaga You know, yung proseso. So, we've wasted 6 years when we could be enjoying the decongested Metro Manila already.
Ayun, next issue, territorial dispute with China. Ano po ang
Being
position
an
ninyo?
ex-military po.
Unang-una, we are under no pretenses that we can engage in armed conflict with China. Definitely, you know. At don't be sure na our neighbors, even though we have mutual defense treaties, will eventually come to our aid. Ang mangyayari kasi dyan, itong mga itinatayo sa South China Sea, you know, if we could get into soft diplomacy sana, wherein we would partner with China, we could use those mga itinatayo nilang structures for, let's say, studies for graduate students of oceanology, marine biologists, those who are studying, let's say, marine law. Pwedeng gawin mga kwan yun like katulad ng Antarctica. Di ba? They've made them research centers where people can go stay for 2-3 months and then instead of making it look like a military garrison. But ang problema natin right now, there are two cards ang nilalaro dito. Number one is sovereignty and the other is the economic card. Sovereignty may take a lifetime. I don't think I'll be alive whenever that is eventually decided upon, if it will ever be decided upon. The other card is the economic card. Ang China put up the AIIB, which is the Asian Infrastructure and Investment Bank, kung saan nagbibigay sila ng soft loans. Just because we're in conflict with them on the sovereignty level does not mean we should not take advantage of the loans that China is giving out to its neighboring nations. Because for one, mababang interest. Pangalawa, hindi sila nakikialam sa economic policy ng bansa. Hindi katulad ng IMF or the World Bank, which eventually, pag nagpapautang, they also try to may kapalit yun In the case of China, they're not offering that. So, I just try to be pragmatic here While let it take its natural course, yung dispute, at the same time, let's avail of these soft loans to maybe prop up our economy and not be dependent on other, like say, remittances. Kasi malaking cycle na naman yun So, for me, allow it to go its natural course, in terms of, it's in the international courts anyway, but at the same time, we have to also consider our economy.
Sir, yung clamor ng mga citizens for lower taxes. Lahat tayo.
Lahat tayo.
Sa agree po ba kayo Alan?
Again, lower taxes, more money in pocket. More money in pocket, more purchasing power, more production, more jobs.
Health services to Pinoys, paano po ba mas magiging easier na magbigay po yun?
No, actually, we really have to. I'm sorry. PhilHealth was a step in the right direction, but we should have expanded medical coverage for all Filipinos. Hindi lang yung pipiranggot. Kailangan talagang we have to help service the poorest of the poor. So we should come up with a more comprehensive program that will be of more benefit to Filipinos.
Sir, yung Mama Sapano massacre, kasi recently, yung anniversary nung nangyari dun sa Mama Sapano.
Tingin niyo po ba kailangan pananagutin sila Pinoy or yung mga persons na
Yung presidential candidate. Ngayon.
You know, based on the hearings, no, I did not follow all of the hearings, but having been a former soldier, you know, I cannot help but feel the pain also of the families. I have questions kasi that, like, it's 2016 and tapos nagpapadala tayo ng mga messages via SMS. You know, nagte-textan tayo. Nasaan yung baka radyo na single band na hindi na i-intercept? You know, ang sama-sama nga ng signal ng SMS dito sa Pilipinas. Paano mo malalaman kung nakarating yung mensahe mo doon sa tao? Kung sinasabi mong pull out, di ba? Or stand your ground. How would you know? Dito lang, tinatawag ko yung anak ko sa Makati. Minsan, hindi nga ko, napuputol, drop call pa. So that's, and also, ako kasi, it's timelines. Anong oras nangyari yung insidente, umabot ng 6 hours, and we were not able to send any help for these people. I mean, there's something wrong there. What happened to the lines of communication? First of all, and now sinasabi natin, nakialam yung Estados Unidos. You know, pero every time we need help, every time may calamity, may disaster, may kailangan ng humanitarian assistance, silang unang-unang tinatawagan. You know, so those are the questions hindi ko kailangan laliman pa eh. You know, you're texting each other while people are dying.
Even denying knowledge about it.
Oo, at the same time.
Ayun. In relation to that, sir, ano pong stand nyo with regard to BBL?
You know, the Moro has a right to determine how he should live. And he has the right to determine how he should worship. They've been, because of the fact that central government is here in Imperial Maynila, we are denying them an opportunity to chart the course of their lives. You know, we should not be, ang Pinoy kasi, we're very tolerant eh. You know, we should allow them to live their lives the way they choose to live their lives. Magkataon lang na naging very contentious ang issue, again, because it was exacerbated by Mama Sapano. All of that kasi, first of all, sa Bangsamoro, sa BBL, would lead to the adoption of a federal system of government. You know, from the national to the subnational, which might work in our case because nakikita na ho natin kung gaano katagal ang proseso bago nakakarating sa ibang probinsya o rehiyon ang tulong at ang mga pangangailangan nila. Because if you live there, you know what's best for you basically. Because environment, you should be able to determine what is best for the existing environment in your region. Your natural resources, you should be able to determine. But also, that will be for the subnational unit. The national unit would be able to determine, of course, currency, defense, and other supra policy. So I would be for it. But now that it's ignited too much passion, kailangan siguro bisitahin natin uli at pag-usapan muli para mas makakaroon ng a deeper understanding yung mga taong maapektuhan ng BBL.
Sir, Freedom of Information Bill.
Kaagad-agad. Dapat first 100 days. It's important. Having been also in government, you need transparency if you're going to actually see any real progress in terms of infrastructure.
Ano pakiramdam po ninyo na yung Freedom of Information Bill na supposedly pinag-uusapan na biglang naantala pa dahil hindi nabigyan ng pagkakataong ma-discuss sa Congress?
Politika na naman eh. magandang sabihin pabor sa FOI. But then, at the same time, you're wondering, ikaw ba maapektuhan ka kaya kung mapasa yung bill na yan? So what you're seeing is politics playing. Do they really want it? Maring iba yung nag-author nung bill has nothing to lose and he would actually sincerely want to see it passed. And those na nagiging vocal na susuportahan nung simula, realize, oops, maaaring maapektuhan tayo. So now, due the latter part, wala nang nakita mo yung suporta na inaasahan mo was supposed to be there from the very beginning.
Because they want the information to be yung selective lang dapat yung...
Oo. So, madaling gawin eh. Huwag kayo mag-quorum, so wala kayo may papasa. Tapos at the same time, magkaroon ng silence, hintayin yung eleksyon, huwag muna ipasa, leave it to the next administration.
Yung last po sa mga position ninyo na with regard sa issues, ano po yung tingin ninyo dun sa mga candidates natin who spend millions on TV ads?
Good for them. You know, ako nagugulat ako sa mga kandidato. If you notice, wala ako ni isang ad, radio or TV for that matter. Of course, marami ng mga platforms available today. You have Instagram, Facebook, social media. Maraming ways to somehow enlighten the population on your advocacies and your intentions. I worry about people spending so much money, especially for local positions. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin, the businessmen are supporting me. Kung wala naman negosyo, paano yun? So, while kung pera nila, of course, they're free to spend it in whatever way they want to. But kaya siguro ako ganito, and very critical is, kasi wala akong perang ganyan eh.
Ready po ba kayo mag-disclose ng network ninyo at this point in time?
Actually, we're working on it. Tinanong sa akin nung isang araw. Yeah. Ang naging problema ko kasi is being a corporation. Not all of your partners would like to, how do you divide, di ba, the assets of a company kaagad-agad. So, but we're working on it. I realized na importante yan, and hopefully before the start of the election proper, I will have my true net worth, hindi yung gawa-gawa lang.
Makikibalita tayo kay Sir Edu sa... So, panghuli po, ano po yung plano nyo po para makahabol po kayo dun sa top 14 candidates natin sa Senatorial stage?
Well, sa last Radio Mindanao Network survey, which I understand is something like 3,000 respondents, I'm number 15 now. Considering wala pa akong ads.
Correct.
So it's at quad. You within striking distance. But again, dahil isang 30-seconder, daan-daan libo at lahat na po, tataas pa pagdating sa formal campaign proper, I realized now that siguro kailangan sipagan ko talaga eh. I just go around and talk to as many groups as I can sa iba't ibang mga fora, and hopefully magustuhan yung aking mensahe.
Sa mga pag-rounds po ninyo, ano yung pinaka inaano ng dinudulog ng tao sa inyo, sir? Na sana maanuhan?
Believe it or not, minsan tinatanong bakit ang isang artista pumapasok sa sa politika rather. Ang sinasagot ko naman is because I can. Hindi ako child star eh. I mean, nung ako'y unang gumawa ng pelikula, papunta na ako 30 years old eh. So, mahaba nang naging karanasan ko sa pribadong sektor. But I ask also, bakit yung mga doktor pumapasok sa politika? Ang pinag-aralan nila, medicine. Bakit ang pulis nagiging politiko? Ang pinag-aralan, law enforcement. So, pwede mo rin iba to sa kanila. And ask them kung bakit sila tumatakbo. I think it's very unfair sa mga artists because maraming artista dyan ay hindi lang artista. And I have to be very, very honest. Pag tinatanong ako ba't ka nag-artista? Ako? Sa pera. Lots and lots of money. But not as much as people think. Because this is yung sinasabi ko, opportunity. May mga tao, iba ang kanilang pinag-aralan, Pero kapag binigyan mo ng pagkakataon na to make more money for their families, mag-shift sila ng career eh. So, akin ba, it was an opportunity at that point in time. Pero never ko tinigil pa rin yung pagiging isang entrepreneur. So, minsan yung LGBT, gusto tanungin. Ang sinasabi ko naman dun sa kanila is LGBT has a different meaning for me. It means let go, be true. So, since you did ask, I thought to volunteer the information.
Ipupush niyo po yun. If ever
Sa
na
pag
you win.
Yung LGBT. You know, actually, if you study, no? Alam mo yung sa LGBT, it's possible that it's not a lifestyle choice eh. Because science is actually conducting studies right now wherein they say it may be part of your double helix eh, of your DNA or genetics. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a lifestyle choice.
Ayan, dahil may mga plano pa po ba kayo na magbalik showbiz in terms of kapag kasakaling
No, hindi na. Hindi na. For me, maybe I feel at this point in time that I cannot serve two masters. You know, itong yung sinasabi ko na I've been able to survive, napapaaral ko yung mga anak ko, kahit matagal na akong tumigil sa industriya. Pero hindi ibig sabihin hindi ko siya mahal. I love the industry. I'm thankful for yung mga benepisyo na ibigay sa akin at sa aking pamilya. But when you're in the Senate, I believe it's a higher calling.
Arena.
Oo, di ba? Well,
Pepsters, kahit na election watch edition tong pep talk natin ngayon, hindi natin palalampasin ang pagkakataon na isa lang si Sir Edu sa Pep Talk Challenge!
Nagugulat sa Redo eh.
Ayun. Sir, ano po yung Pep Talk Challenge natin?
challenge.
Sa Redo ito kasi yung meron kaming game, yung one-word game. Meron tayong mga babanggiting pangalan. You'll just have to tell us or tell the Pepsters kung one word lang din po to describe that person.
Okay, pero kasasabi mo lang, game nyo, may game kami. O game nyo, di ba't ako isasali doon sa game na yan?
Sinali ka na namin. Para since guest ka kasi namin.
Para may konting challenge, extra challenge, bunutin nyo na lang, sir. Yun, ito po talaga yun. Medyo maliit lang siya, kaya, ayan.
Ano yan?
First name.
Cost-cutting kayo.
Dati bowl na malaki yan eh.
Wow. Baliwa.
Ano pa ba
Just
natin?
one word to
Vilma Santos.
describe.
Si Gob.
Sige po.
Next.
Ay, naku. So lahat to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pep Talk Challenge. Ano ba naman to?
Hindi ako nakapag-isip.
Pasta lang to? Pasta lang to?
Bawal po yun. May consequence kapag may pag-pass.
Talaga?
Sir.
Okay, ang nabunot ko ngayon is Pinky Web.
Okay.
Yeah.
One word, sir.
One word lang po.
Unbelievable. Luis Manzano. Pride.
Proud dad.
No, I was going to say, no, well, sorry. One word, I was going to say my pride eh. Pero, tama, it should be proud. Addie and Enzo. Happy. Lance Gokong Wei.
Bihira naman.
Senator Grace po. Presidente.
Last.
Last.
Talagang pinasagot natin.
At saka, ang hirap i-roll yung hindi ba?
Ito talaga yung challenge! Yun talaga, sir.
Dahil isa na lang to and sir,
Okay.
ano mo na lang.
Ronnie Ricketts.
Pwede, pasok na
One
yan.
word lang naman
Okay.
eh. One word eh.
Senator Bong Revilla. Kumpare. Okay.
Walang nilagpasan. Challenge
Sir,
talaga.
in fairness, very game si sir.
Oo.
And
Saka walang ano.
Actually, may choice ba ako? Hindi. Ayoko nga niyan eh. May magagawa ba ako?
pero pwede kayong pumili ng isa dun sa mga na pwede po kayo mag-expound kung ano po. One word eh.
Wag na.
Expound.
Okay na ako. Okay na ako. Safe na ako. Oo, di ba?
Topo na eh. Parang Chinese garter lang yan.
Dahil ang galing niyo, sir, may bonus question ka, sir, di ba?
Yes, sir.
20 seconds.
In this day and age ng social media, Instagram, Vine, Facebook, sir, bibigyan sana namin kayo ng hingan sana namin kayo ng 15 seconds to tell the Pepsters why they should vote for you. In 15 seconds po.
I'm not telling you to vote for me. I'm asking you to ask me the questions. Ask all the candidates po yung mga tanong. Kasi kailan nyo malaman talaga kung alam po niya kung ano yung mga issues of the day. But more importantly, para sa inyong lahat, please go out and vote.
Yay! Thank you, Sir Edu, for being with us here today. Sobrang dami namin nalaman at nag-enjoy kami sa aming insights.
Ako din, nag-enjoy ako.
Sir, paki-promote na lang po yung inyong social media account where they can get in touch with you.
Instagram, Facebook, at Twitter, it's Real Edu Manzano.
Balak niyo po bang magkaroon ng mga get-together or gathering, wedding with friends or with your fans, one of these days para
Sorties.
Meron na po.
Kailangan ko
For
ba
the-
sabihin sa'yo?
Sana po.
Ba't pati ba
Para
naman yung...
maka-join din kami.
This is fun. No, actually, yung I have been going all over the country. I actually encourage everyone to ask questions. Hindi ako naniniwala sa mga speech na yan eh. Kasi pwedeng isulat ng iba yan. Pero I want people to know what I believe in. Kung ano ang mga isusulong ko. So I think everywhere I go, nagugulat din yung tao. Kasi yun din ang ginagawa ng aming slate. Less on talk, more on more on engagement.
Saka for you, sir, it's not, hindi laging ikaw, it's always the people po.
Mas importante naman sila eh. You're only an instrument.
Ano pong probinsya yung talagang target ninyo na bisitahin?
Lahat. Everybody is part of the big picture eh. So everybody requires equal attention.
Okay. There you have it, Pepsters. Once again, Edu Manzano for Senator.
For Senator!
Well, before we were so rudely interrupted.
Ano ba nung si Luis,
Kidding.